we got some live action. Look at this. Is it a beaver? Is it a ground? I think it's a groundhog. Oh, oh. He's this far away from me, just so you know. I'm not that close to the groundhogs get rabies. That's a question. And by the way, we're at the Rocky statue. You got the Rocky statue, a little bit of a crowd. There's 2 Rocky statues here this weekend. I'll show you the other one right now. And right here, these are the Rocky steps. They're actually the steps to the Philadelphia Museum of Art. Did you ever see this? This is the ramp to the art museums, but steps. But watch this. You get all the way up here, and then that's it. Then there's steps. Once you go up these steps, you can go over here. This is a side of the Rocky Steps you're not going to see anywhere else because who cares? Right here, here's the Rocky Steps. This is a good spot for me. I leave the scooter here. Ain't nobody stealing the scooter here. I don't know what I do. I always fold this thing up because if you can figure out how to put that together by the time I'm back, you can keep the scooter. You win it. That's a prize. All right, we're going to go up the Rocky Steps. There he goes. All right, big steps. Big steps. I think there's 72 steps altogether. A lot of people come here, run up the steps. Oh, puddles. And this is the other Rocky statue on top of the steps. And this is actually Sylvester Stallone's personal statue on loan to the city of Philadelphia. How exciting. And we got the fountains on. There's actually water. It's windy today, so the water is spraying in this direction. I'm getting hit. This is actually an old fountain. Back when I went to high school 30 years ago, geez, is that disgusting. My high school was a few blocks from here, so we would actually come to this fountain and go swimming in the summertime. Pretty much for the entire month of June, we didn't go to school. We would get marked present. You go to homeroom, which was like at 8 o'clock. And then we would spend the entire day in Center City, Philadelphia, in this area. It was really great. I mean, it was actually the best. I learned more for this job as a YouTuber cutting school than I would at actually going to school. Is that a good message to convey? There's some damage to the Rocky Steps. As a matter of fact, if you go to Google Maps, if you type in Rocky Steps instead of Philadelphia Museum of Art, I think that's what comes up. Here's some more of that fountain. Oh, it's like drooling. I never went swimming in the fountains. I want to make that clear. My friends all went swimming. I would never go swimming in the fountains because that's where bums bath. Right now, I am on the Schuylkill River Trail. And by the way, we're going for a scoot. And today we're going into West Philadelphia, where Will Smith was born and raised. Oh, Jesus Christ, that dip was deep. Oh, we're going to West Philadelphia. We're going to go get past the shirtless men, and we're going to, oh, we're dead. We're stuck. We're done. So this is Lancaster Ave. It's a pretty big street. It gets you, if you live out in the, what's that township? Out where Bala Cynwyd and all that stuff, you could take this street here and it gets you kind of in the center city, Philadelphia. When I was a kid, or an 18-year-old, I was in a punk rock band, and we had punk rock shows across the street right here in Lancaster Ave. The Dropkick Murphys. I saw them for the very first time. I think in that big building there. It was like an abandoned building that punk rock kids squatted in, and they did shows. Right here was the New Angle Lounge. And whenever I did concerts at that bar, the New Angle Lounge will let me drink for free when I told people, hey, go to New Angle Lounge. And the whole bar, is it open still? It is open. I got you. Good. Oh, well. Picking up more speed. There he is, my scooter friend. I'm doing 12. I go 12 miles per hour. I think he's doing 18. And I think 12 is a good speed. There you go. Look at that. That's a trolley. A lot of the area, I think in West Philadelphia, goes up to Upper Darby. A lot of trolley lines like that. Trolley lines stink because if you have a double parker, you're screwed. I think right around here, Martin Luther King Jr. gave a speech right in that area sometime in the 60s. There's a bust of Martin Luther King Jr. in the corner. If you look in the middle of the street, look at all the trolley lines. We're going across the street. I'm going to show you the Martin Luther King Jr. bust. There's another spot near, it's in South Philadelphia. And I think there's a spot near like 13th Street where he gave a speech. The Freedom Rally on August 3rd, 1965. Dr. Martin Luther King spoke here in front of 10,000 people. There you go. That's the story. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You could take Lancaster Avenue and go all the way. I think you could just take the turnpike now. But if you want to sit in a million red lights, why not take Lancaster Ave? They do have it timed out, so if like you hit 25 miles per hour, it might be 30 miles per hour, all the lights are green. Look at this. This is a water ice truck, cuz. No music playing. Not really a truck, more of a van. The water ice van here in West Philly. Right down here at Lancaster and oh no, don't say Lancaster wrong. These people who live in Lancaster get mad if you I don't give a shit. Anyway, right here, this is a temple for the Nation of Islam. This is like their first temple in Pennsylvania. Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X worshipped here. And that's right down the street from where Dr. Martin Luther King gave a speech. Sign of the past. Shout out to my buddy Adam the Woo. Remember, every time you see an old sign from the past and you point it out, Adam the Woo visits Disney World. Lancaster and Girard. Right here we're at Checkers, and look at that. Big inflatable Checker French fries. I love Checkers French fries. That's my favorite thing. The only thing I ever go to Checkers is the French fries. But then you know what I do? I always get a stupid hamburger. Yeah, I just can't have fries. Or you know what I'd like to do? Tell me if you like to do this. This is personal, but I'll share this with you. You ever dip your French fries in your milkshake? Look at that. It's a trolley. Right there across the street, that's the White Horse Tavern. Yeah. Dip your French fries in your milkshake. It's a good time. It's a magical world. Oh my God. Lots of murals. You got I can't tell if this light's green. We're going to go behind this guy so he can't kill me. Here for is I'm going to a thing called Porch Fest. Ooh, all that jazz. Oh, they sell speakers. I thought maybe jazz cigarettes. Well, jazz cigarettes aren't necessarily legal in Philadelphia. There's a thing happening in West Philadelphia called Porch Fest. Look at this old gas. Oh, it's a fuel. There's a thing going on called Porch Fest where bands are performing on random porches all throughout West Philadelphia. The problem is, I don't know West Philly too good, and I thought I would run into some porches by now, and I see no porches. Matter of fact, whenever I go on a street like this, it always makes me think of that movie Judgment Night with Dennis Leary and Cuba Gooding Jr. That's a great movie. When's the last time you watched Judgment Night? Me? Probably the late 90s. Looks like we're coming up to 52nd and Parkside. Not really sure where I am and what I'm doing, but we're here. You know what this is? This is the Roots Picnic. I'm at the Roots Picnic. I made a wrong turn. I was looking for Porch Fest. I finally found some porches. I made a wrong turn and wound up at the Roots Picnic. How exciting. All right. Here we are. I think we're in Fairmount Park. If this is the Man Music Center, how the hell do I get back to the car? That's the fun part. The Man Music Center is a concert venue made famous by me and Flo Rida. This is where we ended the COVID pandemic. You kind of have to walk this trail. You gotta walk this trail to get to the concert. I have no idea where I am. No idea where I am. This could end in a dead end for me, where they'd say, hey, you have a ticket? And I go, no. And I go, well, get the hell out of here. Very exciting. And look at all the lily pads right here. The sign for the Roots Picnic, it's not standing up because the lawn is soaked. So we're not going to Porch Fest. By the way, this is Philadelphia Unedited, where I don't edit, so I mentioned Porch Fest, and now, you know, if it's a compliment, I don't think it's racist, but I'm going to say something. I think. Let me wait for it and pass a few people. I think black people dress better than white people for concerts. What do you think? They dress up super nice, and you know, it's a compliment. I think you could say that. I once went to a Chris Rock concert, and it was I felt bad about the way I was dressed, because you know, the black crowd, they really do it up. They dress really nice, and I was wearing t-shirts and the flip-flop. I don't like dressing up. I used to have a job where I had to dress up every day, and I had to wear a tie every day. And I promised myself, thank you so much. I promised myself I would never wear a tie ever again. And I also don't like wearing dress pants. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. There you go. Here it is, the Please Touch Museum. This is the building. It was built for the Centennial of America back in 1876. They had a big exhibition. Matter of fact, if you go in here, I think some of the exhibition's still in the Please Touch Museum. Now, it's it's a museum where kids can touch stuff. That was also a sign of COVID ending, was when they opened up the Please Touch Museum. There's a pool over here. They have a Please Touch Museum pool. And, I've never... Ooh, we're dead. Ooh, look at this. The Philly captain almost ate it, but he jumped off because, you know why? I'm not going super fast. All right, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get back to the car. Porch Fest was a bust, which I'm kind of okay with. Porch Fest, just so you know, West Philadelphia, once a year, there's bands, and they take over people's houses on their front lawn, and they play some music. And they do it once a year, and it's probably college rock, and that's not my bag. I'm more of a Flo Rida guy. I tell you, we're trying to get back to the art museum, and one of the things I do on the scoots, I try not to use GPS. So what I'm kind of doing is, the North Star is the skyscrapers. And they call this area the Centennial District because back in 1876, when America celebrated its 100th birthday, they had all types of buildings and all types of activities for the family. And a lot of the buildings that were used for the Centennial, they were torn down. One of the buildings I just saw in Central Park. There was a building. It was a prefab log cabin. Just started building them in the 1850s, but they had one built in 1876, and it's now a marionette theater in Central Park. It was pretty neat. And then some streets in Philadelphia are actually paved by buildings that were part of the Centennial. And now, next year, America celebrates its 200th and 50th anniversary, the semi-quincentennial, I think that's what it's called. And you know what the politicians are doing? They're building shit just so we could tear it down after the event's over, just to get tourists to come to Philadelphia. That's what it's all about. Right here, this is a sad story. This is the Sweet Brier mansion. And the owner of this built this mansion back around the 1790s. There was we had an outbreak of the yellow fever happening right here. And the guy who owned this mansion, I'll get his name on the sign here, he had this built so him and his family could avoid the yellow fever epidemic back in the 1790. And guess what? His daughter got the yellow fever and died. And then he lived to be a very, very old man. Samuel Breck. It was in 1793 when we had the yellow fever epidemic, and he built this house to get away from Center City, Philadelphia, which is a few miles away. But if you look, his property is built right on the banks of the Schuylkill River. Oh, looks like they're fixing up the property. Huh. I was never in this building. There are... Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's great. Oh, look at all the ants. Oh, my God. But if you go back here, I think you should get a view of the Schuylkill River. Man, if somebody lives here, I'm going to get shot. I'm going to hate that. If you ever get shot, it stinks. Or maybe not the Schuylkill River. Well... Over there is the Schuylkill River. There's a railroad track. That's 76, or that's 76. Over there, that's the Kelly Drive in the Schuylkill River. All right, well, turns out someone does live there. Very nice person. And she said she occasionally, get this, she occasionally hears women screaming. And she thinks it's a ghost. And I said, you still stay there even though you see a ghost, huh? I know me personally, if I saw a ghost, not that I believe in ghosts, but if I did see a ghost, that's it. We're done. House is on the market. You know what's when you're a crazy thought, this is a crazy thought. Whenever somebody dies, like I think about them becoming a ghost, and then I think about like, I wonder if they're watching me have sex. Because I don't want that. I don't need my Uncle Frank watching me have sex. Like, is there a time when ghosts can't see people? Because some things you don't want people to see. Right? And why is Uncle Frank watching me have sex? He died in the 80s. It's kind of weird. Where the hell am I? This is... Alright, the Philadelphia Zoo is that way. East Park is this way. I don't know what the hell East Park is, but we're going to go that direction. I think. 76 is that way. I could probably, if I go on 76, I will probably be going faster than the traffic on 76 because it's super slow. They call it the expressway, and that's fake. That's a bad advertising because there's nothing expressway about the Schuylkill Expressway. Trolley dorks, who takes care of you? There it is, the 15 trolley. And right here, across the street, that's the Philadelphia Zoo. Our nation, oh, we're dead. We're all dead. Our nation's first zoo, right here. Also, filming location Look at that kid. That kid just taking a picture. Filming location for the movie. Oh, what's the name of the movie? It's the M. Night Shyamalan Glass, Mr. Glass. I could be wrong. And right here, this the gatehouse right here. They were built by a man named Frank Furness. If you watch my videos, you hear me mention his name. He's my favorite architect in the city of Philadelphia. And opened in 1859. Nation's first zoo. The guy who opened the zoo, Mr. Zuzu, I don't know his name. He's buried at Christ Church Cemetery, the same cemetery where Ben Franklin's buried. So, okay. All right. I think if we go this way, we might hit Kelly Drive. There they are. They're the skyscrapers. Oh, this is kind of terrifying. Kind of have a fear of heights. Man, it's a great view. Oh, okay, I know where we're at. Gonna do a little Kelly Drive. It's just a beautiful day here in Philadelphia. Nice Saturday afternoon. Getting lost in West Philadelphia. I used to work with the Roots. They used to park in the parking lot I used to run. I would see them every day when they did the late night show. Not the Tonight Show, but the late night show with Jimmy Fallon. They would park at the electric factory in Philadelphia, and then they would get a bus and they would drive to New York every day. And the reason why they did that, it was cheaper to live in I think most of them lived in Delaware. I talked to the tuba player the most. I never got his name. He also never paid. He would pay like once a month. He would just let a big bill pile up. Oh, Lemon Hill, that's where we're going. Oh, we're here. We made it back to the car. Wow, I made a fantastic wrong turn, and it got me right back to where I started. There was a shooting here. I think last week there was like 3 people got shot. Had this gazebo over here. Uh-oh. I think this is the highest point right here in the city of Philadelphia. It's not very high. Philadelphia is a pretty flat city, but Lemon Hill is the highest point, and you got these trees in the way, you can't really see much, but right over there is the highest point in the city. And then over here, we're on Kelly Drive. This is the only lighthouse or I think it's the only functioning lighthouse still in Philadelphia, and that's here on Boathouse Row. This is where all the college teams have their this is where they store their boats. Pretty much what these are fancy garages. And back in 2020, this whole area was underwater. And here, this is University of Penn. That's their boat. And their boathouse quarters, whatever the hell it's called. A lot of tourists come down to this section. You'll see a lot of people riding these stupid, bikes. They look like cars, but they're bikes. This is the Fairmount Waterworks and Boardwalk. It's right behind the Philadelphia Museum of Art. It's where we started our day. Isn't that great? We started our day and we end our day here because it's where we parked the car. And last time I was on this boardwalk, this area was completely dry. There was no water really underneath this boardwalk. A little bit, but not a lot. And Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware, we really needed some rain. Ew, did I just include myself with Delaware? And we got a lot of rain. It's been a pretty shitty spring, I would say. Too much rain, not enough high temperatures. I love this place. We paid $6 million for this boardwalk. And what it's supposed to do is help some endangered species of turtles. I'd never see, well, once in a while I'll see a turtle. Look at that, he has a worm in his mouth. Get a good view of the city from this. Hello, friend.
Hello.
Man, the water is super violent today. Wow. Right here, that's the Fairmount Dam. Schuylkill River, there's Center City, Philadelphia. And back there is the art museum. It's a good spot to fish. The Fairmount Waterworks. It's a water pumping station. They use it for catering. Right now, it looks like somebody's getting ready to get married. It's a pretty setting, right? Well, these flowers smell good. But just know, what you're really looking at is traffic across the way. And you got the dam back here. That looks nice, but still, the background of the wedding is traffic. We're going up the trail near the art museum. Go past the skate park. This is where, well, the skate park's down here. Rob Dyrdek. You know who Rob Dyrdek is? Robin Big. Love Robin Big. Robin Big is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. If you're ever in a bad mood, just watch Robin Big.
Yeah. Are you?
Hey, Rob Dyrdek played a part in planning this skate park. Right here's the skate park. Got one person here using it. There's a few skate parks in this city. Back in the 90s, Center City, Philadelphia, all the statues and all the old buildings, they were getting grinded on by the skateboarders. So they started giving the skateboarders skate parks. And one of the skate parks is kind of near the Philly Stadium, the FDR Park. They have this one. There's another one down this trail some more. There's one in Frankfurt, in Whitehall, the Whitehall playground. Right here is the Ben Franklin Parkway. Here's the art museum. Got the fountains on, cuz. Look at that. Springtime is on my mind. I haven't thought of that song in a few weeks. Fountains on. Man, I don't remember these fountains ever being on. They have concerts on the Parkway every 4th of July. And I used to, get a big gust of water right on the camera. That's a good thing. Used to stand on these fountains and I watched the Beach Boys perform right there. Ray Charles. Forget who else. This is the Washington Monument in Philadelphia. George Washington riding a horse. We're gonna ruin these guys' pictures. There you go. Say cheese. There you go. Oh no. We're gonna ride right through this puddle. Oh boy, we did it. There's another fountain. Yeah, right here. Saw the Beach Boys in that fountain. Good show. of July, they have a concert here. This year, LL Cool J. I'm very excited about that. I'm a big LL fan. What was this? I Need Love. That's a good one. Mama Said Knock You Out, right? Let's name all the hits of LL Cool J. Mama Said Knock You Out. Well, I know so many. I'm Bad, right? I'm bad. Fourth Street, there's the Rocky statue. Not many people at the Rocky statue. There goes the Rocky statue. Wow, look at this. Look at this. There he is. Dreams are coming true right here at the Rocky statue. Uh-oh. There he is. Hello, friend. There he is. He's vlogging. I'm vlogging. We're all vlogging. Right here is the Rocky Balboa store. And right here is where we're going to end the day. We're going to end our little scootski-wootski right here at the base of the Rocky Steps. I could run up the steps and end it by saying, yo, Adrian, we did it. But I'm not. You know why? A lot of steps. I don't feel like doing that. If you haven't checked out the new merch, I got new merch. I have Father's Day's coming up. I'm going to have a sale on Cameo. I think it starts on the 2nd of June. $20 cameos for Father's Day. Unlike Mother's Day, where I tell you not to do that, your pops probably would dig a cameo from me. So why not book me on Cameo? And what else we got? T-shirts, cameos. Oh, Patreon. You're a Patreon member? Postcards were signed and are in the mail. How exciting. Right here, this is the entrance to the Philadelphia Museum of Arts. Makes you wonder, why do they have so many steps if this is where you enter? And we're behind the Philadelphia Museum of Art, back here at this fountain. I love this fountain. This is one of the, it's a purdy one. It's a bunch of horsies. It looks like they're spraying piss out of their horse wang. I don't know what these guys are doing. Looks like they're dooting. Here we go. We got the ice cream truck. This ice cream truck, he just sells pre-packaged ice cream. Mr. Softy has the soft-served ice cream over there. That's Mr. Softy. Who do you prefer? I prefer Mr. Softy. I hate buying popsicles off the ice cream guy. I don't like a popsicle. I like an ice cream cone. If I'm not eating water ice. And right here, this is Kelly Drive. Speed limit used to be 35 miles per hour, so everybody drove 45 miles per hour. City just lowered the speed limit to 25 miles per hour, and they just installed speeding cameras. So that means the city is going to get a little bit of revenue from people speeding. So just pay attention next time you're on Boathouse Row. I don't think we should be policed by cameras. I don't know. I don't like it. I also don't like that the Philadelphia Parking Authority is part of it, and they're like a privately owned company. And oh, a tree branch just hit me right in the head. They're like a privately owned company, and they're douchebags. They're just douchebags, and I don't like douchebags. I got a thing. All right. Yo, Bobby B, this one's for you, cuz. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll sail with you later. Toodles. That